only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. To kick off to get this game underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Buckeyes offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Sayin. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking to throw on first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Through the air, it's Russell. Here's a heat. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. That'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They punted away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Catch in the middle, it's Porter. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So his quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Finds his man, it's Porter. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
That penalty is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sideline. And the Buckeyes are on the move. He wants to throw it again. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just
trying to get behind the defense. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Rushes on him, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Escape, and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just a little bit of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Yeah, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Graham. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Running behind that left side.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Quick strike complete. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arizona. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Nice move to keep running.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Pass to 45. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Trucks through the defender. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Nice throw, nice catch, and I think we're going to see and hear a lot of that guy to that guy. A touchdown catch in game 1, now a touchdown catch in game 2. They're going to continue to find that playmaker throughout this season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll go to the sneak. Gets it past the marker.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop, quarterback sneak. It works every time.
From the gun to give, looking for room. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The sure hands, it's Miller. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Dropping back, it's Russell. Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
He's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Shakes off the defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Grabbed over the middle. It's Roberts. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Pulls it in. It's Porter. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Porter. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Disrupted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He smashes his way through again. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Headed to the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Peoples. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Under fire! And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got his man on the right. And a catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to North Carolina. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Finds his man down the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lewis. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Makes the catch. It's Lewis. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Miller. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Line getting set on second down. Trying play action. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll run it from the gun. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some. Here, breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Hold to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Takes it the other way. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in his secondary. He might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They go to the ground. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Miller. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Ball down the field, and look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. 2nd sack of the day, and maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys,
makes the grab inside the 30. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are making plays for him.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Off play action. escapes trouble. It's complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Got it behind the line. It's Lewis. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Keeps it on the bootleg. Here comes the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Dropping back, it's Russell. Pressure coming. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. But he wants to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds the tight end. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
From the gun, running back on the move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Just drives in between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update. Kevin Connor's in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week playing golf instead of in the film room. They're trailing by 21 to Boise State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Russell. Slips away. Snagged in the middle, it's Lewis. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Golden. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Got his man out of the backfield. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll do it himself. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Hauls it in. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Buckeyes. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Golden. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. The short hands. It's Golden. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
Fires on the move. Complete in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the...
Making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And that is intercepted away. Touchdown, Ohio State. comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but it makes the catch on the left. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Get it out on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Russell. Got it in the middle. It's Hayes. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going.
Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pushes ahead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Oh, they're after him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Inside the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Finds his target down the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll move the tight end. Handoff to the single running back. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to sneak it. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle. They're up by 27 over New Mexico. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To throw, it's Russell. Punch it out of the air.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's golden. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Just keep slinging it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. There he goes. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. New set of downs after the completion. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Lofts one high and deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things.